So here we are again. You are welcome to Living and Loving, where we live to love and we love to live. Today we want to look at another topic. Buki, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Well, this is the question. Is it okay for a man to have a female best friend in his marriage or relationship, or a woman having a male best friend in her marriage or relationship? Okay, that is the question. We are dating, and I have a female best friend somewhere, and you also have a male best friend somewhere. Is it allowed? Is it something that should be allowed in a relationship, either dating or marriage? What do you think?
Well, I don't think there's anything bad because there's no law holding me not to have a friend or a bestie because I'm dating you.
Now, what happens to your partner being your best friend?
Let me speak for the female gender.
Okay.
My partner being my best friend. Are we sure my partner is that okay to accept everything I want to do, or my real self, or I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
I can be dating you and
Okay.
I just love you for being you,
Okay.
but I understand that logically you might not be as sound as I want, and I may need somebody elsewhere to occupy that space. I can still love you and still have a bestie elsewhere. It doesn't change anything.
So, in other words, you are saying that you can actually date me without being a friend to me. I may not be a friend, and you can actually date somebody who is not a friend.
It depends on the context.
Okay. So maybe we should start with who is actually a friend? Who is a friend? Who can we consider a friend or a best friend?
Do you know there are reasons why people date today?
Okay.
Some are in a relationship because they are just due for marriage.
Okay.
Some are in a relationship because they want security.
Okay.
And some really want to date because they are in need of a partner.
All right.
A soulmate.
Exactly.
Somebody that can be there for them at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the context of that relationship? Is it for marriage? Is it just friendship? Or what is it based on? It depends on that. But if you are asking me, can you have a bestie in a relationship where you see a future in? Maybe you want to, the relationship is based for a future life. Well, I would say there's nothing wrong. You can be my friend without being my best friend, and then we are married. It depends. There are a lot of things going out there today. So you don't have to say because you are my husband or you are my wife, then you have to be my best friend. It doesn't go that way. I can have my best friend elsewhere while you still remain my husband.
So in other words, I'm still saying that you can date somebody who is not a best friend, or somebody you are dating might not be, or it's possible that the person you are dating is not your best friend.
Exactly, sure.
Then what is the essence of the relationship then? I thought that your best friend, your best friend should be who you are dating or who you are married to.
Sometimes it doesn't go that way.
Oh, please educate me, enlighten me.
If you are with me when I started, I told you that sometimes because of the circumstances surrounding that relationship,
Okay.
a lot of things might be allowed in it.
Okay.
If I have friends who are married and I'm the only single person among them, and I really want to have a relationship, I just want to marry. So if you happens to come in line at that moment and we are dating, you might not be 100% what I want, and I just want to be there. I just want to marry for marrying's sake. There are relationships like that. There are marriages like that. They just marry not because they are fully in friendship with the partner, not because they are fully in love with the partner. They just want to carry the name marriage. They just want to carry the name I have a friend. Not 100% in totality. You understand what I'm saying? So in that situation, I can be dating you just because I want friends to see me that I'm dating somebody. I can say, okay, let me marry him as long as I can still get friends out who can keep my company fine. Everything can go well. No problem. So it's not all relationship that must have the partner as their bestie. Not always.
Okay. Well, the problem I have with what you are saying is that why would somebody date someone who is not his best friend? Why?
Well, a lot of things are involved.
Yes, you've mentioned them. I'm just re-echoing that question.
Okay.
That why would you go into a relationship whereby you know that this person is not really somebody you can call a friend? Because first and foremost, I believe that if you want to go into a relationship with somebody, you have to be friends with that person. And I think that is where the idea of, okay, let's get to know more of each other, let's be friends before we go into, the issue of, or the level of dating, and finally we get married and everything. And most of the time, the life we live when we are dating is what we take into our married lives, and we start. So how come you are my woman, you are the person I'm dating, or you are the person I'm married to, and yet you are not my friend?
BC,
How come?
I don't know about men's round table,
Okay.
but I can say 75 of people I know out there,
Okay.
you understand, most of them marry not because they are in love.
Okay.
So if you don't have a friend in your husband, I can have my friends out there. You will even hear some say, well, it's just there, so that when they talk about married women, I can be present, I can show my face. It's not as if they're enjoying anything as a married woman. You understand? So such women, they have their friends out there, not necessarily opposite sex, and sometimes, most times, it is opposite sex.
Okay.
What they cannot get in their husband, they have it in their friends out there. So they manage with their friends. It doesn't mean that they will have sexual intercourse. You understand? But they still have trust. They still have that friendship. They still discuss. They have that in-depth relationship with an outsider, even than their husband. Imagine you are talking to your husband and he doesn't understand what you are saying. You will now look back, well, I marry you because I just want to be called a married woman. When I get to the office tomorrow, I'll ask so person. Oh no, I can call this person, he will tell me more. He's just there as a figurehead. So I'm sorry to use that language, but most relationships these days, if you define it to the root, you will observe that most of these couples, they have their bestie outside, not in the marriage, not in their relationship.
Okay. Well, I would say categorically that it is absolutely wrong to have a best friend outside your relationship. Either marriage or dating is absolutely wrong. Number one, when you still hold on to a best friend or a friend or whatever, when you are already in a relationship, you are creating a room for suspicion, you are creating room for insecurity, you are creating room for temptations. All right? Because when we are married or we are in a relationship and you give me the impression that there is still somebody who is a best friend to you out there, then where do I stand? I begin to suspect you at all times. I begin to feel insecure. I begin to feel that, okay, maybe I'm even a second fiddle.
No,
Why don't you just go and date your best friend? Why are you dating somebody else who is not your best friend? Because I think that a relationship or marriage, you are supposed to marry your friend. You are supposed to marry your best friend. So how come you are having a best friend out there and you are marrying me? That's the question I have for you.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
That I have a best friend outside my marriage does not mean my marriage is not secure.
Oh, it means a lot.
No, don't tell it like that.
It means a lot.
Let's be realistic. That I have you as my best friend, hold on, BC, does not mean that you'll be grounded as my husband. You understand?
Okay.
It's not a must. See, yes, it is very proper. It is 100% good if you can marry your friend, because it will give you an edge in that relationship. You understand? Because you can tolerate each other, you can do everything together. By the time you want to marry, maybe you have not found that person, and the only person available is this person you are married to, and you know from day one that it's not even your spec, but because of peer pressure, or probably because you feel you are outdated and nobody's coming for you, you just want to marry anything that comes in your way that time, you may end up marrying that person and you become one. But at the same time, there will be a vacuum that it cannot fill. No matter what, no matter the riches, no matter what is given to you in that relationship, that vacuum will be there. Let me make you understand. That vacuum of, see, there are times you discuss with your partner at home. It's not just getting it, or she's not just getting it, but because you understand what it ought to be, you may just tolerate that person, but you just know that when I leave this place, I'll cause so and so person.
Yeah.
So that vacuum, if the vacuum is not well managed, that is when it can cause insecurity. But if you can manage it, yeah, move on, talk to your best friend.
How are you going to manage that kind of a situation whereby all these reasons you are giving, your partner comes to understand it? Now, please don't ever make the mistake that your partner is a fool.
No.
Now, no matter how much you try to manage this, the truth of the matter is that your partner, one way or the other, is coming to understand, is going to get to know, find out that this is what is going on. You do not see a friend in him.
That is when you carry it on your head.
You don't have to carry it on your head. One way or the other is going to know. That's why I said, don't make a mistake of thinking your partner is a fool. How long are you going to manage that? I'm going to know. I am your husband. I am your man. And one way or the other, I find out that you have a best friend out there. Now, my first question is, why do you have a best friend? Mm-hmm. Now, gradually, I will begin to know that you do not find it easy to discuss with me. You do not flow with me when it comes to conversation.
I will discuss with you. I will flow with you, but at your own level. Then I will just understand this is not my own level. And to those, see, whatever
then I will still find out. Then if you are flowing with me, why are you going out there?
At your own level. At your own level, you will just think it's the best. But I know it's not okay for me. Yes.
Look,
you see, I like it when you are very real.
I'm still going to find out.
Well,
that partner is still going to find out. Don't ever think that you are going to be smart enough. At that point,
the partner will be finding out. That means he or she has woken up.
Fine. Then, now, if he or she has woken up and that person is demanding for an explanation or is demanding that this kind of friendship ought not to exist,
I will cease having that friend.
And you think it's going to be that easy?
It will be easy. See, as long as this your bestie does not have anything emotional with you.
Oh, that's good. That's my next point.
Yes.
I just want to settle this. How long are you going to now that you have mentioned it, let me also talk about that. Now, how long are you going to maintain that best friend level with that person without moving to the next level?
See,
we are talking about friendship here. All right? We are talking about friendship, and trust me, it gets to a point that the emotional aspect cannot be removed, cannot be erased out of it.
No, you can erase it. Okay? It depends on the standard that you have laid from the very outset. See, if it gets to a stage that you think it's no longer it's no longer tolerable between you and your husband or your wife, then a wise person will bring in that friend into the family. What about that?
Yeah, I have a problem with that. A wise person will bring the person, but I would say that a wiser person will not even start it at all. Because number one, how are you sure that your partner is ready to receive that best friend? How many men or how many women can actually take it that this is my husband's best friend? The opposite sex, the opposite sex. How many women can actually say, okay, this is my husband's best female friend?
It depends on their level.
Or how many men can take it that this is my wife's best male friend and be comfortable with it?
Calm down. In every relationship, I have my friends, you have your friends.
Yes.
If you have come to realize that there are certain people I cannot do without, it is, or if you are wise, accept them with me. You understand? If I don't want to break the trust between us, I will accept your friends with you.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm talking about best friends.
Yes, we are saying the same thing. I have
very close friends.
I have my close friends.
Opposite sex. The opposite
Don't
gender.
go too far about it.
Yes, it's very, very important. I can still be comfortable with your friends that are females.
And then how are you sure I cannot be comfortable with your friends that are males?
Oh yeah, you can be comfortable with them. You can. I'm talking about, now we are talking about best friends, besties.
It doesn't matter where it's coming from.
Okay.
The most important thing is, if I cannot have a friend in my husband to that maximum level, I can have my friends out there, and I can bring my friends into my relationship, and I can, yes, you.
What if I don't want it?
Yes, you cannot accept it. That's why you're nodding your head.
Yes.
You understand? You cannot accept it. And if my husband fall into that category, in same category with you that will not accept it, I'd rather keep my friends out there. They will not intervene in anything that has to do with me and my husband. But I can have them as my best friend. You can have yours as your best friend. Then we'll keep our best friend aside. I am not of that opinion that because of my husband, you have to be my best friend. No. I have friends before I met you.
Yes.
Yes. Not all my best friends are worthy to be my husband. If they are, I would have married them. But they can be my best friend for some reasons. If it's not okay with you,
and that is before I make the third point. That is another thing that I'm so confused about. How come you have a best friend that is not worthy of marrying? Why did you marry somebody?
Must I marry all my best friend?
Definitely there should be a best of the best.
No,
you should marry, and I think that is the problem we are having today. We are not marrying our friends. I believe that we should marry our friends. Marry your friend, and let your friend that you marry be your best friend.
Can I ask you a question?
Confidant.
How long will you date this your friend before you end up marrying the friend?
It all depends on how quickly we understand each other and we get to know one another very well. It all depends.
How well can you know your partner? Till that you cannot understand anybody.
Yes, I know that.
You cannot understand anybody.
You
so
cannot
at the
understand.
level at which you have come to understand this person, accept him or her as a friend. You understand? If you want to marry, go ahead. But it doesn't stop you having your bestie outside.
No, it stops you. It stops you. Now let me make my third point before we begin to ask the audience to tell us what they think. The third reason why it is not proper and very few men will accept it is because of the influence. There is no way your best friend will not influence certain decisions in your marriage and in your relationship. And there is no way you will not be tempted or you will not have the tendency to listen to your best friend.
You're talking like
against our relationship.
African man.
I've always told you I'm an African man. You see that? This is all African, in and out. Anyway, the point I'm making is this: external influence. When you have a best friend, there is no way that the opinion of my best friend will not prevail over my relationship once in a while. And it's not supposed to be. There is no way that external influence or the opinion of my best friend will not come to play in my relationship. Remember, she's my best friend. All right. So there are times that we may have a problem, and I will, of course, definitely discuss with my best friend as a female, and she will advise me. And because she's my best friend, and because she's a female, definitely I'm going to take something from her, and I may want to apply it in my marriage, which might not work. Because what she sees as wrong, you may see it as right. And what you see as right, she may see it as wrong. So if I take her opinion and apply it on you, it may cause problem for us in our relationship.
Then we'll retract it.
How?
Yes, whatever will not work, whatever you are bringing from outside into your own relationship, if you notice it will not work, take it out immediately. There's no argument about it.
No,
I'm taking something from my best friend and I'm bringing it into my own relationship, and I just realized or I noticed that this thing will not work. I step it down, which means what works for my friend will not work for me. I take it out. It is not a must that I imbibe my friend's tactics in my own relationship. It's not a must.
It is not a must.
Yeah.
But how easy will that be to retract? Remember, we are talking about your best friend. And remember also that
I was expecting you would say maybe I'll be making too much reference to my best friend, which will not trigger my husband's anger.
Oh,
That was what I was expecting you to say. But you are not going that way.
Yeah, that is part of it. It's still part of it. Definitely. That's why I said at the beginning that there is no way I will not get to know that most of the things, most of the things you are doing is as a result of the influence of your best friend. And I'm not going to like it. I would definitely not like it. Alright, and the same thing goes for you. You won't like it if you know that most of the things I do, most of the decisions I make, or some of the things I do are as a result of my discussion or the influence of my best friend,
now,
my female friend.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If you are my best friend,
okay,
is it a must that you must be my best friend?
Yes, of course. That is what we call best friend. If you are my best friend,
Okay.
how can I be a best friend? Somebody I am not. He's my best friend. It doesn't make sense now. No. If you are my best friend and your best friend, we are besties.
Okay.
Okay, we are besties. You are my best friend, I'm your best friend. So that is it.
Have you seen a situation whereby like 4 or 5, 6 people with best friends, and one out of them just choose to marry from outside? What happens to the remaining 5?
They remain best friends.
They remain best
but
friends.
the one that has gone to marry, those people are no longer best friends. They are friends, but they are no longer best friends. His partner or her partner has become his or her best friend.
Anyway,
that is the point I'm making.
Let's not digress from where you started from.
Okay.
You said, is it possible for a man or a woman to have the best friend outside their relationship?
Yes, of the opposite gender.
Of the opposite gender.
Exactly.
And I said yes, there's nothing.
And I'm saying no. And please, viewers, we want to use this opportunity to appeal to you. Please say something about this. And let's put it this way: as a woman, are you okay? Can you be comfortable with your husband having a best female friend apart from you? As a man, are you comfortable, or will you be comfortable if you discover that your wife has a best male friend apart from you?
What do you expect the guys to say?
No. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. So do you accept that? And what is your opinion about that? Or are you even in that situation right now? How are you finding it? How are you managing it? Are you married and you have a bestie of the opposite gender apart from your partner? How are you managing it? Please educate us. Tell us what you think about this, and let's have a balance.
You have to like this program. You have to like it.
Oh yes.
You have to share it.
Yes.
And then let us read your comments.
Okay.
And I'm very certain that most people will tell you that there's nothing wrong having the best friend outside a relationship.
No, they are not going to. And be ready to be shocked that a lot of females are not going to like it. A lot of females are not going to like it. Trust me. You know. I'm talking to the ladies now. Let me even leave the guys alone. I'm talking to the ladies now. You know very well that is not what you want. Your husband, you expect your husband to be your best friend, and you expect that you should be your husband's best friend or your man's best friend.
And
finding out that he has a female bestie outside. Come on.
And whereby that your partner is not giving it to you the way you expect it. Will you die in isolation? You get a friend out there.
You are not going to die in isolation.
See, you are coming from the angle as if having a best friend outside is causing distraction.
Yes.
And I say no.
In fact, I'm not coming from that angle. I am coming with that angle.
And let me bust it the way it is in your heart.
Okay.
You are seeing it's not just distraction. You are seeing it as if once you have a bestie out there, it involves adultery or fornication. That is what your heart is saying right now. And it's not. And that's where I argue with you that no, you can still have your bestie and it will not affect your relationship.
It will.
So what are you saying?
It will open doors for temptation. It will open doors for insecurity. It will open doors for suspicion. It will open doors for lack of trust.
That is when you are taking your marriage out of And I mean, that is when you are bringing that your bestie to supersede your husband.
And why will you not have the tendency to do that?
It will not happen.
It's
My
your
best friend
bestie.
is my best friend. It doesn't affect my marriage.
No, it does.
It doesn't affect. No, it
It
doesn't.
does. Your
It
partner,
doesn't.
your partner is
There are
supposed
things
to be
my
your
husband
bestie.
may not be able to give me. There are some, yes, there are some exhortation he may not be able to give me. Maybe I married a low-key man.
Okay.
You understand? And I have a technical problem in the office, and I know my husband cannot sort it. What do you expect? Won't I talk to my best friend?
You
don't have a point.
No, I have a point. You taking a personal problem or something you want to get fixed or you want to get done to your friend to get it done for you. That's fine. We are not totally knocking out your friend, but making
So
that person
which
your
one is
best
more
friend
toxic? Which one is more toxic?
between
Having somebody who can help you tactically and somebody who can help you emotionally. Which one is more toxic?
you mean in your relationship?
Yes. I have my reason for asking you.
No, I don't get your question.
Having a bestie
Okay.
out of your relationship, or
Okay.
having a bestie out of your marriage or your
Okay.
relationship,
Okay.
which of these bestie is more toxic? The one that is helping you tactically to fix things, or the one that is helping you to tackle emotional problem you have at home? Which one is more toxic?
The one that is helping you emotionally
So
is toxic.
if my bestie is not going to that extent, why would I keep him as a
And
best friend?
when are you not going to get to that extent?
Stop reading my mind out of the
When
context.
are you not going to get to that extent? When you talk about bestie, yes, it will get to a point that the emotions are going to come into it. Come on, now we are all humans. And when you talk about relationship, we are talking about emotions. Emotions goes with friendship.
Let's read their comments
Yes.
and see how they stand.
Exactly. So please, like I said earlier, that is the question before us today, and we want to hear from you. Please, women in relationship, in marriage, men in relationship, in marriage, let's hear you, and let's hear what you have to say. So this is where we are going to draw the curtain. Thank you very much for being with us, and we'll be expecting your comment, and we'll also expect you to subscribe to this channel, and you'll be seeing us every Tuesday. And
Busy.
all right, no
Bye.
problem. Bye bye.